Hey everybody, it's Ty, and we're back at the coach's desk. Sorry we didn't get any posts over the weekend, it was kind of busy, but I do have two topics to address today that were sent to me. One of them was working with or through injuries, and the other one was how do you make your legs stronger. Um, I'm going to address that one first, and the simple answer and the real answer is squat. If your legs are weak, squat. That's how you make your legs stronger. That's how you make your whole body stronger. Squatting will pretty much improve every lift that you have. And if you can't squat, as in you're too weak, you have an issue. If you're bench only, or you're doing partial squats, or whatever, fail. That's pretty much all I have to say, fail. Squatting is probably the most important lift outside of deadlift that you can do. So squatting and deadlifting, as I've mentioned before, should be a primary focus in any athlete or any lifter's life, as those are the two most important lifts you can do. So if you want stronger legs, squat. Get under a bar, get your ass down to the ground and squat. Not football squats, not three-quarter squats. Get your ass down, hit parallel or below, and squat, and put some fucking weight on the bar. You know, I see so many guys who can bench more than their body weight, but they can't even squat their own body weight. If you can bench 400 pounds, but you can't squat 2¼ to depth, you're a fag. You know, I don't care how much you can bench. I don't care if you can bench 1,000 pounds. If you can't squat your own body weight, fail, period. So, you know, how many times are you going to be laying on a back pressing your car? You're not going to do it. So get under a bar, put some weight on the bar, and squat if you want stronger legs. As far as working with or through injuries, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a rehab specialist. So the first thing I would advise you to do is obviously get to a rehab person who is familiar with working with people in sport. Whether that's somebody who's familiar with powerlifters or football players, what have you. Get to a rehab specialist who knows what he's doing. Doctors typically don't know shit. They don't work with rehab. They're just going to tell you to stop doing what you're doing and that squatting's bad for your knees, and deadlifting's bad for your back, blah, 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 blah. Get to a rehab person. Fuck the doctor. A good rehab person, a reputable rehab person. I work with NovaCare. They're great. They work with locally. They work with professional sports teams. And they really know what they're doing. Now, you should be able to work with an injury unless it's severe, like you've completely ripped off your hamstring or your bicep has torn off and you've got to suture it back in through the bone, you know, what have you. But you should be able to work on your stabilizer muscles around that muscle to help build everything else up around it. Partial range of motion movements to get the blood flowing in there. If you haven't seen, I think it's the video More Bench. I honestly don't remember the name of the DVD. It was done by Super Training, and Scott Cartwright in there talks about tearing his hamstring and what he did to, or I'm sorry, his tricep, and what he did to rehabilitate and the things that he did. It's a great little segment, but you know, read up, be intelligent about it. Don't do anything that's going to fuck it up more. Basically, you know, do your stabilizer muscles surrounding that. Do your rehab stuff, and stick with the rehab stuff. It helps. And it will continue to help you through your lifting career. I use bands all the time for my stabilizer muscles. I have a tear right now. I tore part of my fascia. I'm using the shit out of bands. I'm doing partial range of motion squats, safety bar squats, good mornings, you know, what have you, to build up the strength in that area until I can start squatting heavy again. So that's my take on that, my 2 cents. If you have any other questions, send them to me and we'll answer them here at the coach's desk.